Hello, everyone. Welcome back to A Year in the Bible with Divine Discoveries. Today is day 59, and we'll be reading Numbers 11 through 13. All right. Also, we have a new setup because I got a new couch, so I moved this one in here. All right. Let's begin. Now the people complained about their hardships in hearing of the Lord, and when he heard them, his anger was aroused. The fire from the Lord burned among them and was consumed at the outskirts of the camp. When the people cried out to Moses, he prayed to the Lord, and the fire died down. So that place was called Taberah, because the fire from the Lord had burned among them. The rabble with them began to crave other food, and again the Israelites started wailing and said, "If only we had meat to eat. We remember the fish we ate in Egypt at no cost, also the cucumbers, melons, leeks, onions, and garlic. But now we have lost our appetite. We never see anything but this manna." The manna was like a coriander seed that looked like resin. The people went around gathering it, and then ground it in a hand mill or crushed it in a mortar. They cooked it in a pot or made it into loaves, and it tasted like something made with olive oil. When the dew settled on the camp at night, the manna also came down. Moses heard the people of every family wailing at the entrance to their tents. The Lord became exceedingly angry, and Moses was troubled. He asked the Lord, "Why have you brought this trouble on your servant? What have I done to displease you, that you put the burden on all of these people on me? Did I conceive all of these people? Did I give them birth? Why do you tell me to carry them in my arms as a nurse carries an infant to the land you promised on oath to their ancestors? Where can I get meat for all these people? They keep wailing to me, 'Give us meat to eat.' I cannot carry all these people by myself. The burden is too heavy for me. If this is how you are going to treat me, please go ahead and kill me, if I have found favor in your eyes, and do not let me face my own ruin." The Lord said to Moses, "Bring me 70 of Israel's elders who are known to you as leaders and officials among the people. Have them come to the tent of meeting, that they may stand there with you. I will come down and speak with you there, and I will take some of the power of the Spirit that is in you and put it on them. They will share the burden of the people with you, so that you will not have to carry it alone. Tell the people, 'Consecrate yourselves in preparation for tomorrow, when you will eat meat.' The Lord heard you when you wailed, 'If only we had meat to eat, we were better off in Egypt.' Now the Lord will give you meat, and you will eat it. You will not eat it for just 1 day or 2 days or 5 or 10 or 20 days, but for a whole month, until it comes out of your nostrils and you loathe it. Because you have rejected the Lord who is among you, and have wailed before him, saying, 'Why did we ever leave Egypt?'" But Moses said, "Here I am among 6,000 men on foot, and you say, 'I will give them meat to eat for a whole month.' Why would they have enough? Would they have enough if flocks and herds were slaughtered for them? Would they have enough if all of the fish in the sea were caught for them?" The Lord answered Moses, "Is the Lord's arms too short? Now you will see whether or not what I say will come true for you." So Moses went out and told the people what the Lord had said. He brought together 70 of the elders and had them stand around the tent. The Lord came down in the cloud and spoke with him, and he took some of the power of the Spirit that was on him and put it on the 70 elders. When the Spirit rested on them, they prophesied, but did not do so again. However, 2 men whose names were Elad and Medad had remained in the camp. They were listed among the elders, but did not go out to the tent. Yet the Spirit also rested on them, and they prophesied in the camp. A young man ran and told Moses, "Eldad and Medad are prophesying in the camp." Joshua, son of Nun, who had been Moses' aide since youth, spoke up and said, "Moses, my Lord, stop them." But Moses replied, "Are you jealous for my sake? I wish that all the Lord's people were prophets, and that the Lord would put his Spirit on them." Then Moses and the elders of Israel returned to the camp. Now a wind went out from the Lord and drove quail in from the sea. It scattered them up to 2 cubits deep all around the camp, as far as the day's walk in any direction. All that day and night, all the next day, people went out and gathered quail. No one gathered less than 10 homers. Then they spread them all out around the camp. But while the meat was still between their teeth and before it could be consumed, the anger of the Lord burned against the people, and he struck them with a severe plague. Therefore the plague was named, excuse me. Therefore the place was named Kibroth Hattava, because they were buried. Because there they buried the people who craved other food. Goodness me. From Kibroth Hattaavah, the people traveled to Hazeroth and stayed there. Miriam and Aaron began to talk against Moses because of the Cushite wife, for he had married a Cushite. Has the Lord spoken only through Moses, they asked. Hasn't he also spoken through us? And the Lord heard this. Now Moses was a very humble man, more humble than anyone else on the face of the earth. At once the Lord said to Moses, Aaron, and Miriam, "Come out to the tent of meeting, all three of you." So the three of them went out. And then the Lord came down in a pillar of cloud, and he stood at the entrance of the tent and summoned Aaron and Miriam. When the two of them stepped forward, he said, "Listen to my words. When there is a prophet among you, I, the Lord, reveal myself to them in visions. I speak to them in dreams. But this is not true of my servant Moses. He is faithful in all my house. With him I speak face to face, clearly and not in riddles. He sees the form of the Lord. Why then were you not afraid to speak against my servant Moses?" The anger of the Lord burned against them, and he left them. When the cloud lifted from above the tent, Miriam's skin was leprous. It became as white as snow. Aaron turned toward her and saw that she had a defiling skin disease, and said to Moses, "Please, my lord, I ask that you not hold against us the sin that we have so foolishly committed. Do not let her be like a stillborn infant coming in from its mother's womb with its flesh half eaten away." So Moses cried out to the Lord, "Please, God, heal her." The Lord replied to Moses, "If her father had spit in her face, would she not have been in disgrace for 7 days? Confine her outside of the camp for 7 days. After that, she can be brought back." So Miriam was confined outside of the camp for 7 days, and the people did not move on until she was brought back. After that, the people left Hazeroth and encamped in the desert of Paran. The Lord said to Moses, "Send some men to explore the land of Canaan, which I am giving to the Israelites. From each ancestral tribe send one of its leaders." So at the Lord's command, Moses sends them out from the desert of Paran. All of them were leaders of the Israelites. These are their names. From the tribe of Reuben, Shemua son of Zakur. From the tribe of Simon, Shaphat son of Hori. From the tribe of Judah, Caleb son of Jephunneh. From the tribe of Issachar, Eagle son of Joseph. From the son of Ephraim, Hosea son of Nun. From the tribe of Benjamin, Palti son of Raphu. From the son of Zebulun, Gadiel son of Sodi. From the tribe of Manasseh, Gadi son of Susi. From the tribe of Dan, Amiel son of Gamali. From the tribe of Asher, Sether son of Michael. From the tribe of Naphtali, Nabi son of Vopshi. From the tribe of Gad, Ewell son of Maki. These are the names of the men Moses sent to explore the land. Moses gave Hosea son of Nun the name Joshua. When Moses sent them to explore Canaan, he said, "Go up through the Negev and on into the hill country. See what the land is like and whether the people who live there are strong or weak, few or many. What kind of land do they live in? Is it good or bad? What kind of towns do they live in? Are they unwalled or fortified? How is the soil? Is it fertile or poor? Are there trees in it or not? Do your best to bring back some of the fruit of the land." It was the season for the first ripe grapes. So they went up and explored the land from the desert of Zin as far as Rehob toward Lebo Hamath. They went up through the Negev and came to Hebron, where Ahiman, Seshai, and Talmai, the descendants of Anak, lived. When they reached the valley of Eshcol, they cut off a branch bearing a single cluster of grapes. 2 of them carried it on a pole between them, along with some pomegranates and figs. That place was called the Valley of Eshcol because of the cluster of grapes the Israelites cut off there. At the end of 40 days, they returned from exploring the land. They came back to Moses and Aaron and the whole Israelite community at Kadesh in the desert of Paran. Then there they reported to them and the whole assembly and showed them the fruit of the land. They gave Moses this account. "When we went into the land to which you sent us, and it does flow with milk and honey, here is its fruit, but the people who live there are powerful, and the cities are fortified and very large. We even saw descendants of Anak there. The Amalekites live in the Negev. The Hittites, the Jebusites, and the Amorites live in the hill country, and the Canaanites live near the sea among the Jordan." Then Caleb silenced the people before Moses and said, we should go up and take possession of the land, for we can certainly do it. But the men who had gone up with him said, we can't attack those people. They are stronger than we are. And we have spread among the Israelites a bad report about the land they have explored. They said, the land we explored devours those living in it. All the people we saw there are of great size. We saw the Nephilim there. The descendants of Anak come from the Nephilim. We seemed like grasshoppers in our own eyes, and we looked the same to them. All right, that was a tough one. All right, so we have 3 reflection questions today for numbers 11 through 13. Number 1, how do the complaints of the Israelites reflect their attitude towards God and their circumstances? Number 2, how can we learn from the Israelites' behavior and the Lord's response to their complaints? Number 3, how do the events in chapters 11 through 13 relate to modern day struggles with discontent and complaining? All right. Tomorrow we will be on day 60, and we will be reading numbers 14 and 15 as well as Psalm 90. All right. So let's go ahead and jump into our prayer. Dear Lord, thank you for this day and for the opportunity it brings. Today I want to let you know how deeply sorry I am. Sometimes when I seek your forgiveness, I find myself failing you again involuntarily. At times, I profess my love for you with my lips, yet my actions fail to reflect that love. Lord, I apologize. I've lost count of the times I've let you down, yet you have never abandoned me. Even when I sin, you continue to love me unconditionally. I am truly grateful, Lord. Thank you for never leaving me. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. All right, guys, I'll see you tomorrow for day 60. Bye.